How do I ask for the appointment? Dave, I'm scared. I hear it all the time. You want to ask for the appointment, but you're scared, you're concerned. The client's going to run the other way. They don't want to invite you into their office. They don't want you in their living room. What do? We're going to address that issue and give you some language you can use to ask for the appointment on today's episode of the Dave Lorenzo Daily. Hi, it's Dave Lorenzo, and today on the Dave Lorenzo Daily, I'm going to give you 5 ways to ask for the appointment. I'm going to give you 5 phrases you can use to ask for the appointment, and they're smooth like butter on a roll. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to love it. Before we get to that, I want to make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below. Ring the bell up at the top so that you get notifications. We upload these videos every day, and I don't want you to miss a single one, so please be sure and subscribe. And if you like what I have to say, make sure you give me a thumbs up here on YouTube. Okay, so how do you ask for the appointment? I'm going to give you 5 phrases you can use to ask for the appointment, and it's going to be so easy. You're going to realize that you should have been doing it all along, but you just didn't know that this language that's so simple would work. It does. And I want you to try it right after you finish watching this video. All right, the first phrase to use to ask the appointment is my favorite phrase in all of sales. Would you like some help with that? So you've interviewed your client, you're having a conversation, and they're telling you what's going on. They're telling you about their goals, they're telling you about their problems, they're telling you how they feel, and they hit on something that you know you have a product or a service that you can offer them and solve. All you have to do is say, I get what you're saying. Would you like some help with that? And the client will go, what? What do you mean? And you're going to say, we do that. I can help you. I have the exact people in my office who can come over. They can knock this out tomorrow. And you can stop with all this pain. And it's super cost effective. And the client will say, well, what does that look like? Can you tell me more about it? And you're off to the races. Would you like some help with that? Easy phrase. And that's how you ask for the appointment. Let me give you another one. You're talking to the client, you're having a good time, and again, they talk about some problem, but you don't have a product that can solve the problem. Your response? Do you want me to introduce you to, and you mention someone's name who you think can solve the problem? And they look at you and they go, well, why would you want to introduce me to him? Well, he can solve this problem for you. This is not something that I can solve, but I'm happy to set up a lunch and the 3 of us can get together and I'll introduce you to this person and this person will solve the problem. Now, you've got an appointment, and the other person that you're going to introduce them to is somebody who can probably help them with the problem that you don't have a solution for. What's that going to do? That's going to get you a second meeting where that person will want to say thank you, and you've got an appointment to sell your product or your service. So an introduction is an opportunity to build and develop a relationship which will get you an appointment to sell your end solution. Now, let's talk about if you're in a hardcore sales situation. They're shopping around. They've got other people they're talking to. All you need to do is look at them and go, I understand exactly what you're saying. Why don't you invite me over and we'll sit down and I'll cover all the specifics with you and we'll see if we're a good fit. Ask to be invited over. It's just like if you were going to a friend's house and you wanted them to invite you over to watch the big game because they have a 70-inch TV and you only have a 55-inch TV. Hey, why don't you invite me over so we can watch the game and be comfortable on the big screen TV. Why don't you invite me over and we can talk about it and I'll see if there's a way that I can help you solve this problem. Or why don't you invite me over and we'll see if we're a good fit for working together. Ask to be invited over. What's the person going to say? Oh, we don't have anybody back at our office. We don't want to buy anything here. They never say that. This is the thing. People love to buy and they love to go through the buying experience, but they hate to be sold. They don't want to be pushed, right? So in your case, you say, invite me over, we'll talk. That puts them in control. They get to say, sure, come on over. They feel better about it, and you're not pushing yourself on them. Here's another variation of that. You're having a conversation, and they're asking you what you can do for them. You say, listen, I want to help you, but I need to know more about your situation. We need to have a real in-depth discussion about it. Why don't you invite me over? We'll talk about it. I'll look around your place. We'll see what we can do together. If it's not a good fit, it's not a good fit. There's no pressure. What you do there is you say to them, I need to know more in order to see if I can help you. Again, you're taking the burden off of them. You're putting them back in control. I'll look around your place and see if there's something we can do to help you. Again, non-threatening. We may not be able to work together. We may not be able to help. You know you can sell them. That's why you're in front of them. But you're taking the pressure off. Invite me over. We'll have a conversation. And if we can't work together, it's no big deal. We'll part company as friends. It's fine. Again, no pressure. You're removing the pressure. They're in control, or at least they feel like they're in control. That language is key to getting the appointment. Here's a final script which will get you invited over and get you connected and develop the relationship. Let's say that your conversation's going nowhere. You know that this person's company buys what you're selling, but you're not sure if this is the right guy or right woman. You're not sure if this person has the budget authority. You're not sure if they're an economic authority in their company, and you need to know more. Here's how you handle that to get invited over and do some exploring and discovering whether or not they're a good fit. You say to them, look, I grow my business by introducing people to one another. I help people out all the time. I love to make introductions. Why don't you invite me over? We'll sit down and talk about who will be good for you, your business, your career, and I'll go through my contacts right there on the spot with you, see who we know, and I'll see if I can make some introductions for you to help get things moving, to help get your career jump-started, to help get this project jump-started, to help focus you on what you can do to get ahead. Basically, you're going in there telling this person, listen, I want to help your career. I want to help you advance. I want to help you take off. Let's figure out who I can connect you with to make that happen. When you do that, again, you're non-threatening. You're showing them that you want to do something for them. They're going to invite you over and talk about how you can help them. And then in return, you're going to get to ask them questions about who the decision makers are, and you'll even probably get an introduction to those decision makers. So those are 5 phrases you can use in order to ask for the appointment. The key is to turn the whole thing around, get invited in, and take the pressure off of the person who you're talking to. You don't want to force them into anything. You want them to feel like they're in control. You want to legitimately develop a relationship from a place where you can help them. That's how you ask for the appointment. I want you to go out right now and do this and sell more. And I will see you right back here again tomorrow on another edition of the Dave Lorenzo Daily.